Hello, Pat Skeets here from meandmycricket.com. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm doing a Christmas album share. So I have, oh my gosh, this is heavy, all these Christmas pages to share with you today. This is a truck. Everyone loves the trucks. The Christmas farm red truck. Okay, so there are design space links for all of these pages on my website in Christmas Scrapbook number 8. So you can copy anything you like very easily. You just click on the link and save it to your design space. So we're going to start with Christmas morning. I've already done half of this album in another video, and it is before Christmas, deck the halls, decorating the house, and the kids waking up Christmas morning, and the Detroit Zoo, and Christmas lights in town, that sort of thing. All the stuff before the big day, and now this is from Christmas Day on, morning on. So I bought so much Christmas paper. It's been so much fun. Okay, so this is a border from a pad that I bought, and I love it. It has the red truck on it. So I put it right across both pages, and then I found this red truck in Cricut design space. So I cut that out there. And because there's snowmen on this border, I did a snowman here. So this is the kids coming into the room Christmas morning. Big surprise on her face. And then I used, I framed these photos the same on each side. I used the black because of this. This is black snowflakes, just like her pajamas. And then there's the red snowflake because there's a big snowflake on her chest right there. So that's why I added that to the bottom of the photo. Just popped it up a little bit. There's the dog too. So here's my title, Christmas morning. And then I used tags up here, 1, 2, 3. And I did just some creative memories. These are embellishments from their Christmas Joy to the World collection, I believe. I just put a little border paper back, colorful Christmas print behind the snowman because he was kind of, I don't know, it was just dull over here. So I added that back there. So that's the first page done. Quite simple. Cute though, with the fire truck. Okay, so this has some cute images on it too. I love these elf feet. I thought they were really cute, so I wanted to use them. Okay, so this page has a tree theme because they're in front of the tree, and so I used lights images here and here as they're a corner image. I really like them. And then these trees, I just did all different, they're circles and zigzags and stripes. So I've embossed them too, and check. They're all different patterns that I cut out. And there are a few layers each, so that makes them cute. I embossed these striped ones at an angle and just placed them around. I used a frame for these photos in a coordinating paper and used the tag punch from Creative Memories here and here, and just added some images entitled, there's Snow Place Like Home. That's cute. So love these elf feet. Really cute Christmas image. For kids pages, they are cute. Okay, this is one of my favorite pages in this album. I love this. All right, I went with black and white and red because they have plaid pants on her pajamas and snowmen. snowflakes rather. So this time I went with the plaid, and I found this stocking image. It is so beautiful. I'm in love with this stocking. I think this goes this way. Yes, it does. That's the way I made it. Okay, so I used a plaid background, and then this polka dot contrasts with it, and so I just made a great big wide border here, and I border punched with holly on each side, and then used the same paper for a big frame on this side. Then I did a holly border, and this stocking has holly on the corner of it here, so I added another holly image up here to put behind, so that it wasn't just hanging from nowhere, it was hanging from this branch. Then I did a title here, another holly with ribbons. This I added a tag with some ribbon on it here. Just a little embellishment with a tag over here as well. Love this stocking. Someone was arguing with me that this was printed, but it is all layers. White, green, there's like 7 layers to this stocking, and it creates a beautiful tartan. Love it. And then the top is charcoal, and I embossed all that with snowflakes because there's snowflakes on here. It is just one beautiful image. Quite thick. It ends up really thick, 7 or 8 sheets thick. Love this page. It was easy to make too if you're thinking of copying it. All right, so this page I used Kiwi Lane templates for these wavy borders all along here and there. Then I used gems for the seam where they come together. This is just a floral red gem border. I like that. So I decided, because of this paper, to use the poinsettia theme. It's so easy to pick themes for Christmas pages. You just anything on your paper can be a theme. So they're opening presents, so I used gifts, and the title Holly Jolly. I used present paper, the gift paper. These all coordinate, the tartan, the gifts, and the poinsettia paper. All coordinate. So with the holly sprigs, I think that's supposed to be mistletoe on the background. That's another Anna Griffin photo, or image rather. Really cute. I added a bunch of gems to the centers. I decorated these gifts with polka dots with a marker and enamel dots. Creates interest. Okay, this page has kind of a holly theme because of the paper. I used this holly paper, so I used some holly images, and they're all opening presents, so we have a tree and presents. This bow is a bought border, purchased, Creative Memories. And then I just did a big mat for double photos there, and a frame on this one that has holly on it as well. I embossed this tree and then added some gems and pearls in red to it. So it's a cute page. Now that I'm looking at it, I should have matted these pieces of paper and the border. I should have matted those with a small mat. So if you're going to make that page, mat those. Okay, so this page is, I just decided to do animal silhouettes on here. Excuse me. I created a very thin border along the bottom and put my title here, Merry Christmas. Use this pretty paper. made a very wide border down this side for these to be the frame for these, and did a very wide border in the middle with poinsettias all over it, right across to hold all these photos. I made sure that these photos lined up, the three of them, and then those two as well, so it lines up. So that gave me all this space up here for my silhouettes. So I did deers and trees and whatnot, animals outdoors. Then I used an animal here with just to create a little cluster and fill this in. Now, okay, so one of my granddaughters is really into hockey. So she's got a hockey table game here, air-powered hockey game, and hockey blanket, throw, and scarf, and hat. And so I did scarf and hat and ice hockey and love of hockey with the puck. Here I have a hockey stick and skates and a puck. Merry Christmas. She's loving all this because she plays hockey a lot. So I did have this tartan or plaid paper I used because of her pajamas, and then this is a all Canadian paper that I had with maple syrup and hats and scarves and hockey images too. So I thought it was perfect to use on this page. So it would be okay for any sports equipment page. You could change some of the image to a different sport or something like that, or even just clothes. Kids, teenagers, they're getting older, they like clothes a lot. Okay, more opening gifts. Well, this one goes to this side. Okay, so this page is I just found, I'm looking for fun new images, and I found this reindeer plopped on top of Santa's sack, and I thought it was just adorable. And I think it's like 7 layers thick. It's so cute. So I did emboss Santa's sack, and then I decorated his nose with polka dots. Yeah, I hope you can see that. I'm not. Anyway, it's so cute. So I used a tree paper for the background, and I did matte that one. And then I raised this photo on foam dots. I did a tree over here and a whole bunch of presents, and the word joy is my title. So I just placed the photos around the images. This one I framed because it was 5 by 7. So I used pearls to decorate this tree and emboss these with polka dots to coordinate with this. Simple page, but cute. Okay, now we have kids loving clothes. So they get a lot of clothes. So they got sweaters and hoodies and mittens and scarves and hats. So I just did some clothes images here. And this paper happens to be the same tartan as her pants. I found a whole pad of different tartans. And so I'm able to match up their tartans. I was delighted with that. So I did a wide border of that paper up here, added a title, and then I just placed some presents here. And this frame has the presents in it. So that's what it is, a present frame. So I added a bunch of pearls on it to just in the colors of the papers of this page. This sweater is embossed with that knit look, and this one is embossed with a checkered look. So I thought that was sweater weather. I used that for a title. And there's a little scarf on there, so that was cute. And there's mittens. Good for teenagers because they always have, you know, clothing. All right, so I like this page. So this paper was a wreath, well, a circle of gifts around the center on both sides. So I cut it in half and put it to the outsides, and it creates a border of presents on each side. Then I have present paper. I cut a piece of it here to create a border, but here it is here. So I created a border with that, and then I cut here in a semicircle along the edge and tucked it under here, so that it's I did the same on both sides. So that creates a nice border, but it doesn't cover up the wreath looking image. And then I did this is a Martha Stewart border, a border punch. It's all presents, and then I put white behind different presents so that these patterns would show up more, and that gives it a little more depth. And then this title, Opening Presents with a Gift, and Santa's Sleigh full of presents, a present theme page. So I lined the photos all up and then cut one in a circle for up here and raised it. So that was a fun page to do, and it turned out quite well. And now we have bells going on here. She has a gray something, a robe or something there in that gift. So I used a gray paper with gray in it, and this has gray shimmer paper in it and some of the presents. And then I decided to use silver bells for this theme. So I have Merry Christmas on here, and she's got a gray hat with snowflakes. So that's what else made this paper perfect, because it was snowflakes. So I did this, I embossed this with the knitted, and then I did this with the Flourish embossing folder. So I've done it's all bells on here, and this is just a cluster I did with images or stickers from Creative Memories. Oh, I framed these photos too, and just two of them. I didn't frame this one because I wanted the hat on it. Okay, a bell theme going there. Oh my gosh, this is one of my favorite pages too. I love this. So this page, there are videos for all of these pages, by the way, on my YouTube channel. So if you want to see how I made any of them, go and watch the video for each. All right. So I used, oh, isn't this cute? These pictures have buffalo print presents all over, and there's a moose on one of the gifts. So I used Kiwi Lane. I inked the edges in black, and then I used deer instead of moose because I didn't have moose paper, but this is Christmassy. So I used the deer paper and snowflakes and craft, and then a black background. So with the I found these images in Cricut Access, and they are Miss Kate Cuttables. They're the cutest little reindeer I've ever seen. One has a bow. She's the girl. And then I just did polka dots on their noses. This one, they're really fine and tiny. And these are heavier ones because he's the boy. All right, I found this great fun title, Jolly, with ornaments on it. Put it here. I put some white behind it so it would show up. And then I used I looked for a snowflake border here to fill in this space. So I just love the balance on these pages. Use great big frames with buffalo print paper, and I think it's great. I just love it. I hope you do too. Now, this is turkey dinner. So, this was fun. He had the funniest hat. It's a turkey on his head while he's cutting, so it was just hilarious. So we had to take pictures of him carving the turkey with his hat on. You found a title for Christmas dinner. I'm full of Christmas dinner, and these were new images. So I made a border with this pretty paper. I used, it has craft, like the beige of craft paper in it because of the color of the turkey and the hat. So I used craft paper in these. And then I also matted this. So I framed this photo with this pretty frame. And then I used that borders here too. So these images were a bit of a pain. They're done for vinyl, I'm sure, because all these little bits and pieces, you have to put this together like a jigsaw. If someone knows something they can use for paper as a transfer paper, I'd love to know, because some of these images are rather difficult to put together. Like all these little bits here. It's, I wish they'd do images for paper as well as vinyl. There seems to be a lot more vinyl images these days. Anyway, I love this page. These images are lovely. I would just suggest, if you're going to do them, maybe do them bigger. Maybe that'll be the secret. This one was big enough, so it was okay. So, but it was a fun page because my pictures were funny. So I had fun making it. Now, we have family pictures after dinner. So these are Christmas magnolias in this paper. So I loved it. So I thought I'd use it here. And then I made a frame for this photo, kind of a big group photo here, by using a border, a holly border on top. It creates a frame for it. So I did a block of this paper that I used in this frame over here. So it's on both sides, and this magnolia paper is here and on this side, and the stripe is on both sides as well. So I just did a doily circle. This is a punch I have that makes a circle. So I cut it in half and used part of it here and part behind here. Because this only went to here, it was kind of empty up there. So then I used a corner image on top. So the green corner shows up better on top of a light paper. So we took a nice family portrait. This is Gigi, and we had a feeling this may be her last Christmas. And as it turned out, it was. So we did encourage everyone to do a family portrait here, and we took lots of pictures of Gigi this year, knowing this wonderful lady. We think she looks like Queen Elizabeth. So here's some of the family portraits that we took for Gigi, and there's her great-grandchildren. This is 4 generations. Well, the mother, the grandmother, and the great-grandchildren. In the other photos, there's 4 generations. Anyway, so this is Holiday Spice is the name of this pad. I love it. It was almost very Thanksgiving. So I thought these images were nice with the paper, because they're of the fruits that are kind of in this paper. So I used them here, and then I just created a border with the pretty papers. Used foil for this matting, these, and then I cut out with a die this gold, these to make frames, create a frame look on top of these photos. But it sort of didn't work, so I had to add some paper behind. So I added these behind so it would show up. It just disappeared into the dark paper. And then I used this die, and I just placed it here so that it showed all 3 faces. It's just brought your eye to the people in it. So I thought that was a pretty page because of the pretty papers. Very nice Thanksgiving layout. And this is the page. And now here's 4 generations of family in this. So I used this gray and gold themed paper and then beige with it. So here's a title on a border that is, I think this is from Reminisce, and the frame might be too. And then this is another border from Reminisce. So I just used some borders here, and then I created another. I put this at the bottom of each photo, another border on here. A lot of borders going on here. This was a die I cut out, so I just tucked it behind the photo. And this is a die as well. It makes pretty little borders here. Oh, here's the pieces here and there. I used a Martha Stewart border punch too behind here, doilies. It just made, the cream made things pop a little more on the page. It was a bit dull without it. So that's it for this Christmas album. I hope you enjoyed it, and remember, you can find the design spaces links for any of these on my website. So there are links below for my Facebook groups too, so I hope you would join my Facebook groups. I'd love to see some of your posts. Thanks for watching. Merry Christmas.